Welcome to part 5 of my ultimate supermoto build series with my brand new 2024 KTM 690 SMC R. In this build video, I will be transforming this bike into a proper beast with Rottweiler performance parts. In the last build video, I put on the Elim full narrow exhaust, and it is beautiful and sounds amazing. But we gotta remove the airbox on this and put on the Rottweiler air intake system and the Power Commander 6 and really wake this bike up to a proper beast. Yeah, this thing rips. Woo!
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
Make sure you're wearing the gear to stay safe out there, and I have links to my awesome gear like my airbag vest to help keep me safe. I never leave home without it. My ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet that comes with an automatic tint shield. Links to all my gear is in the description and comment section of this video. First off, I want to say that also links to get Rottweiler performance parts, I have a link in the description and comment section of this video. So this is what we get here. All right, it's first time opening the box here. All right, let's see what we got, baby. Yeah! Dyno Jet Power Commander 6, baby. And it's custom map. It already has the maps on there for me. So I don't have to really do anything but plug and play. Here's the tank, the bag. There's like a storage bag, compartment bag that goes underneath to where when I remove the stock airbox, there'll be some space here because the Rottweiler air intake system only uses minimal space, and there'll be a big gap here. So this bag here will go underneath there where I can store some stuff. So that'll be really awesome to have the extra storage. And also, this is the SAS Canister Removal Kit. All right, now this is the air intake system, baby. Rottweiler, man, look at that. Proper, boy. Look at that. That's going to save some weight too, man. I'll weigh these components and compare it to the stock airbox on this bike, but that's sure to drop some poundage on this bike and up the performance. Let's get started. First off, we have to remove the seat and the front fairings. If you want to see how to do this, refer to my episode 2 of this build series. I'll include a link in the top right corner. Also, you have to remove that key holder plate, which just pops up easy. Then go ahead and remove the seat supports on each side. There's 3 T30 Torx bolts. Then go ahead and remove the 2 seat supports, one on each side, T30 Torx bolts. Now we'll move the regulator out of the way. Just remove those 2 Torx bolts and just set it aside so we can access the airbox bolt. It's a T30 bolt, and use a magnetic tip if you can to help pull it out in that tight space. There's another T30 Torx bolt that's holding the airbox in the rear. Remove that bolt and then do so for the same on the other side. And then go ahead and pull the breather tube off. It should have a zip tie, but mine didn't. Next, take a flathead screwdriver and loosen the forward hose clamp on the throttle body. Remove or loosen the air temperature sensor that's connected to the airbox. Because the frame's in the way, I was only able to loosen it, and then when I pull the airbox up, it'll come off. Next, remove the 2 ECU plugs and just go ahead and pull off the ECU. Now remove the SAS hose. It's just below the rear brake reservoir. You're going to go ahead and clip that zip tie off, and then you can go ahead and pull it out. Next, you can go ahead and pull that big stock airbox out. That thing is a beast. Let's throw it on the scale and see how much it weighs. 3 pounds, 6 ounces. Now let's put the Rottweiler system on. 2 pounds, 9 ounces, saves almost a pound. Before you assemble and install the new Rottweiler intake system, make sure you lay everything out because I was missing 2 M6 20mm bolts that I had to go to the hardware store. By the way, I also have a fuel dongle to go with that Power Commander 6. Let's get started. Next, take the 6x16 bolts, put them through the air intake plate, and then put on the nylon washers which will hold those bolts down. Next, go ahead and attach that bracket just as you see here and put on the lock nuts and only tighten it so it just barely moves but allows you to make adjustments. Now go ahead and install the Viton O-ring on the bell mouth side of the velocity stack. Next, stick the velocity stack from the bottom through the top and align the 6 holes, and then go ahead and install the 3mm bolts and the nuts. Next, we're going to install the air temperature sensor. Make sure the locking mechanism's on the outside of it. Make sure it has that little black O-ring on it before you install it. Then go ahead and put the 5x12 bolts in and lock them into place. Next, remove the crankcase breather hose from the right side of the stock air box. You can remove it with a flathead screwdriver. Next, go ahead and install that same breather hose on the base plate as seen here. Next, install the large intake hose on the velocity stack face forward. Then put on the hose clamp and tighten it down, and put on the other hose clamp on the other end, slightly tighten it. Next, reattach the air temperature sensor, and then go ahead and lower the assembly onto the bike so that the hose is onto the throttle body. It slides right in, and then take the breather hose, route that, and then reconnect it and zip tie it. Next, put on the seat support brackets. You're going to use a 6x20mm bolt for each side. You're going to use a spacer for each side, just as you see there. And then you're going to install the other 6x10mm bolts as well. Next, use the remaining 6x10mm bolt, and you're going to use a locking nut. You're going to have to take that locking nut and put it on the other side. You can use your finger and hold it in place while you stick that 6x10mm bolt in. And then go ahead and tighten it, but don't tighten it too tight because we're going to make some adjustments. Do the exact same for the other side. I'm going to save time and not show it. Next, make sure the base plate is not touching the frame anywhere. If it is, make an adjustment. And then once it's set, go ahead and tighten all the bolts that you didn't fully tighten. Next, go ahead and fully tighten the hose clamp at the throttle body with a flathead screwdriver. If you haven't done so already, reinstall the seat locating lugs back onto the frame and reattach the regulator and key cover plate. Next, you can install the air filter. Just make sure to oil it. I use this no-toil oil air filter. I have a link to it in all the mods in the description and comment section of this video. To install the air filter, you hook the left side tab under the base plate, and then you press down, and then you use the locking screws and turn. And then make sure to reinstall the ECU. I have yet to oil the air filter or put it on or put other stuff back yet because I have yet to install the SAS Removal Kit, the Power Commander 6 and fuel dongle. So right now we'll go ahead and transition to installing the SAS Removal Kit, or should I say we're going to start removing hoses and stuff. So let's get started with that. Okay, this is what you get with the SAS Removal Kit. The key here is we're going to be removing the canister and some hoses and other stuff. Okay, the first thing, to go ahead and remove that plate and hose, and then in its place I'm going to use the provided block off plate. To remove that hose, you're going to have to cut off a couple of zip ties, and then that hose will pull right out. Right now I'm putting that cover on that came with the kit, and I went ahead and I cut the zip ties and I'm pulling the hose out. Next, we're going to remove that valve, remove that Torx bolt, pull out that valve and unplug it and remove it. Now we're going to put that little blue looping cord there on the plug, and the kit comes with that, and also it comes with that shrink wrap material. You're going to cover the plug and heat it really good and then squeeze it together to seal it. Next, we're going to remove the canister and unroute those hoses and eventually remove those hoses. Okay, those are the hoses right there. Next, you're going to pull out that little Y connection piece there. One hose goes to the fuel tank breather hose, and the other one went to the canister. You're going to remove that one that went to the canister and that Y connection, put in the bar piece that comes with the kit, and attach that hose that was with the canister, and that'll extend out and make a single long breather hose for the fuel tank, and you're going to zip tie that to the frame. You're going to route it down below there. Next, on the other side, you're going to remove that hose there, and there's like a brass connector there, and you're going to use a deep socket and remove that. And it comes with this little bolt here, a blocking bolt that just pretty much blocks that. And then you can just pull out that little canister thing there, and the connection there comes with a plug that you're going to plug that in to that connection. So you'll have these two loose dongles there that you're going to attach to the frame. Okay, so I zip tied everything up nice and tidy. That's the remaining parts there. All right, the new Rottweiler Performance Air Intake Systems installed. The Rottweiler SAS Removal Kits installed. These are the parts taken off. Big old airbox, man. Now this bike can flow freely. I ran out of time to install the Power Commander 6 and fuel dongle and the storage bag that goes underneath. Those items will be installed in the next build video, and I hopefully will have time to be able to take that out and test ride it and really see how much more awesome this bike, see if it's worth all the money and time and hassle for doing this, man. So it better be faster, guys. Otherwise, I'll be pretty pissed off, man. But we'll see in the next build video. I have links, by the way, to all the mods, not just the Rottweiler performance mods I put on today, but also all the mods I did, man. The graphics kit I did on here, the awesome high performance LED headlight, the handguards with the integrated turn signals and mirrors, the lithium restart battery that never dies, the full Leo vents exhaust, the awesome Fender Eliminator kit with the smoke tail light, with the integrated turn signals, the skid plate, on and on and on, man. I've done a lot of mods of this bike, guys. So it better be awesome. We'll see you in the next video, man. Stay tuned for that. Make sure to hit thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell symbol so you get notified when my videos released. But I release new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you in the next build video. Deuces.